So, hello! Back again. Now then, this is the first video in a series I'm calling the Legend series of small videos that I'm doing. Now, I've broken it up into separate sections, otherwise it's just going to be way too long and some of you will just get a bit bored, to be honest with you. So, where to start for me? So, basically, this is a series of the talking about the artists that have tattooed me from the start. Now, I got my very first tattoo right at the tail end of 1978. Okay, and it's difficult to know where to start because pretty much all of the tattooists from back in the day are legends, and certainly in my book anyway. And so it's hard to put them in order of legend status. So I'm gonna start with the very first person that tattooed me, and this was in 1978, and his name was Terry Dino, the man himself from Hayes End. And well, that's where the shop was, on the Uxbridge Road in Hayes End. And yeah, the guy's a complete legend. Okay, and I don't remember the exact date or anything like that, but I'll tell you what, I have still got the original business card from Terry's studio, and it's quite close to my heart really, because obviously first tattoo, and it got me on the tattooing trail and the machine building and stuff like that eventually, and stuff like that. So anyway, it wasn't a particularly wild, out of this world tattoo. It was just a heart with a couple of scrolls, and mine and a girl's name on it. And I think went back a couple of weeks later and got another one on my left arm. Terry, I've spoken to Terry about it since. I got the old Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting a tattoo that appears on, I think it's the Goodbye Yellow Brick Road album. There's like a design of it from Elton John there. And anyway, so as I recall, I might not quite have been 18 years old, in fact, but I did have some ID to pull the wool over Mr. Dino's eyes there, and I'm sure, in fact, we've had a laugh about it since, because I've met him several times at shows, mainly at Portsmouth show actually, the one that was run by Tony Bennett, and sadly now not running anymore, that show. But yeah, I had a chat with Terry. I've since built a machine for him as well, to give to his daughter Christine, and I don't know if she uses it, but it was fun building it for her. And they're both, well, they're legends. That's as simple as that. So we went up there, and we went up on our mopeds. Our Fantic, my mate had a Fantic Caballero, and I had a Fantic or a Malaguti at the time. I can't remember which. I was sort of at a changeover point of my moped ownership, and so we shot up there. We changed our coats and trousers at some point along the way, you know, because we were still at school, to be fair. Oh dear me, we were 16, to be honest. We did have ID to prove otherwise, you know. But so we did pull a wool over the Terry's eye. So apologies for that, Mr. D. Yeah, apologies there, mate. It was our fault entirely. And yeah, we went in, and you sat there. Well, actually, you went in and had a walk round, and there was, you know, all the designs on the wall, all the flash was on the wall there, and all had little, all had letters under them, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever. And then you had a little price list tucked away. and A would be, you know, 10 quid, and B would be 15 quid, or C would be 30 quid, you know, whatever it was at the time. I think the first tattoo I got was like a tenner, little one on my arm there. I think the Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting was a bit more money. That was probably 15 or 20 quid, if I remember rightly. Back then, probably quite a lot of money back then, because my very first job I was only on 20 quid a week. So it would have been best part of a week's money. But, yeah, so you sat there and we were smoking, and Terry was smoking there as he was doing the old tattoo, or just before it anyway, and get the old needle and test it out a bit and stuff, or it'd get it out the Dettol with a test tube of Dettol or whatever, and wash it about a bit under the tap, or a bit of water he had, or I don't know I can't remember exactly, but you know, looking back now, you think, oh God, how I mean, you look at now how paranoid we are about germs and bugs and sterile this and stuff like that. But then, I mean, obviously, you know, there was concerns, obviously, and Dettol was a marvellous thing, you know, and new needles and stuff like that. But yeah, we weren't quite as paranoid back then. And yeah, bowled out of there. Not long later, we didn't have to queue up or anything like that. I think there was somebody in the chair when we got there, and by the time we'd sort of made up our minds of what we wanted, me and my mate, we sat down and got your first tattoo, and off to the chemist to get a bit of Savlon there to put on it. That was the aftercare of the day. Bit of Savlon, great stuff. But Terry, Dino, really fond memories. I tell you, all that's so long ago, and I remember it. I remember it perfectly. You know, so well. Not perfectly actually, but very well. And I remember the studio, exactly where it was. Could take you there now, you know. And it's quite a big shop as it happens. It was quite a big place, and yeah, what a great guy. And I've met him, like I say, at Portsmouth show. Had a good crack with him, and chatted with him and chatted with his daughter there as well. Now, I have to say, Christine is still tattooing. I'm not actually sure if Terry is. I presume maybe he does the odd bits, but the studio is up in Weston-super-Mare. Very talented tattooist she is. Pop up and see her. And yeah, Dino, how many tattoos did I get from Dino? Let me think. I've had a couple of them, because I've had a lot of cover-up work done. So I have had some of them covered up. He did my fingers, you know, the love and hate. Had that done a lot later on, probably the following year when I was 17. And by that time, of course, you know, you'd had a tattoo, you'd had 2 tattoos. There was no need to take any ID with you anywhere. You know, it was like, are you 18? Oh, yeah, I've got a tattoo, mate. Oh, yeah, all right, sit down. You know, that was that was about it. But so that's where we're at in the Legend series. I mean, yeah, he was the first guy that tattooed me, and that gives him legend status in my book. And of course, he is proper old school, like proper old timer now, I guess you'd say. And yeah, a lot of respect to all the tattooers from that era, to be honest. And yeah, thanks for putting up with me, mate. I was probably squeaking and squiggling in the old chair there, in a lot of pain and stuff. It was amazing to think, though, that, you know, everybody just smoked in the studios with ashtrays down by the workstation, you know, fag ash everywhere. Flaming hell. It was hilarious looking back. Oh, we just didn't care. What the hell? Right, I've been rattling on for 10 minutes, so there we go. Legend series video number 1 is over. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, stay safe, see you soon.